Fishing on Lake Pend Oreille appears to have turned deadly. 2 men survived a raging boat fire and frigid water, but a third man is presumed drowned. We're going to show you where on Lake Pend Oreille that this boat burned today. First of all, here on the southern part is Bayview. The boat burned about this part of the lake right there. We got some pictures courtesy of the Timberlake Fire Department showing only the hull of the boat left over from that. Investigators tell us it appears a propane heater probably turned into a torch and caused this fire. KXLY4's Erik Loney was in Bayview today and talks about the search efforts for the missing man.
The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office called off its search for the missing man after about 2 hours. They say the water is just too cold and too deep for that man to have survived.
This is all that was left of the small boat when firefighters arrived. There were 3 men on board when it caught fire. 2 were rescued by other boaters, and 1 is still missing.
So we better pull up and get in there, so we pulled up and came in and saw that right when we got there, the fireboat had got there.
Fisherman Jim Brewer and his son snapped pictures as they rushed over to help.
We circled around and looked, turned the sonar on and seen some things, but just couldn't make them out, and we kind of searched for a little bit.
And they didn't find the missing man. The boat sank, and the only things that were found were a jacket and a life ring and the propane tank the survivors told investigators started the fire.
They were down in the boat, and the propane tank was attached to a little heater, and the line broke or burst, and it started, like a little blowtorch through that hose. And so they all exited the boat and jumped in the water.
That water is 38 degrees, and deputies say the men had to be rescued within minutes to survive. One of the 2 survivors was able to grab a life jacket. The other men couldn't because of the flames.
If you're not wearing a life jacket, it's virtually non-survivable.
Survivor Clinton Creamer was rushed to the hospital with hypothermia. The other, Daniel Daffrin, the man in the hood, was treated and released to the scene. The water is 500 to 700 feet deep where the victim, 41-year-old Scott Wright of Rathdrum, disappeared. So rescuers doubt they will ever find his body.
They think that the one guy was trying to climb up on the barge, and maybe he couldn't make it up because it's real high up out of the water.
Brewer says he'll remember what he saw every time he goes out on the water.
It's horrendous, especially on, Thanksgiving. And
this is the 3rd boating fatality in Kootenai County this year. In Bayview, Idaho, Erik Loney, KXLY4 HD News.